Alrighty, so now we're on to part 2 of the same series, and as you can see, it is literally 20 seconds later. I'm splitting them up for you guys, but for me, it's one into the next, into the next. Part 2, How to Be a Better Boyfriend, is what I decided I would name this one. And, well, hopefully you stayed with the 3-week system of picking up your clothes and putting the dishes into the dishwasher. Trust me, it's a great idea. Now if you're watching these in succession, that is fine, but you better not forget what I tell you in this video, because I told you, you gotta come back in 3 weeks. You can't wait, you goon. Anyways, so you pick up your clothes and stuff. Wowee, good for you. I bet the girlfriend's just ecstatic that you didn't leave your nasty poop-colored underwear on the floor. But secretly inside, she's probably pretty happy. And she's gonna say, "Wow, you did such a good job." You know, you're gonna be praised for it. Well, now we're on to part 2. Part 2 is just going to be as easy as part 1, because you should have learned how to do this a long time ago. And that is going to be the cleaning portion, because now you're going to realize that once you pick up all your dirty laundry off the floor, that the carpets are a little dirty and stuff. So now it's time for you to pick up the slack there. And, you know, granted, everything I say, it should be 50-50, so if you're putting your dishes in the dishwasher, hopefully she is too. You know, if not, you guys can do it together, and that's even better off yet, because then you can support each other with you know, good jobs and stuff like that. But the next thing is going to be cleaning, which you can see I'm cleaning. No, it's not bad. And the reason why it's not bad is because of this. With cleaning, it sucks when you do it, you know, when you wait and you do it like all at once. But if you break it up into small parts, then it doesn't suck. Wow, you know, a little thing a day makes a difference, right? So today, I went around, I'm cleaning the kitchen, I'm doing the floors, I cleaned the microwave, and then the kitchen's done for the week, you know? And the only thing really different I'm doing today than I would do any other day is the microwave. And if I see like a spot on the cabinet or something, I wipe it up. But really, that's the only thing different. And that's really how easy it is, because with this cleaning thing that I'm going to propose to you guys, the fact is it's going to be just like lesson 1. That's why we started you where we started you. Lesson 1 was to put your dishes in the dishwasher. And if you guys have followed that lesson, now you're in the habit of putting things back where they should go. And by the way, with lesson 1, that also includes taking your dishes out of the dishwasher as well, so don't try to get away with that one. Oh, I put them in there, so you take them out. Maybe that's how you guys want to do it, though. It does work out okay. So, this goes on with the whole dishwasher thing, which is picking up after yourself. And I find that that's the main problem for a lot of people, is that they just don't pick up after themselves. And it is a really easy thing to do, because once you learn that you have to pick up after yourself, you learn that it's easier if you just don't do half the crap that you do, because then you don't have to pick up after yourself, so you actually kind of cut out some bad habits that way too. So, like here's an example of the bad habit thing. I like to bring drinks up to my room when I'm on my laptop, but I would leave like 10 cups up there, and so now I found a resolution where I just won't bring drinks up there, or else I'll bring my laptop down here to the kitchen, because then instead of me having to walk up a flight of stairs to or down a flight of stairs, or up or down or whatever, with the cup going up there and then coming back down with it, I realized that it's a lot easier to just have it down here. As stupid and simple as that sounds, a lot of times people don't realize it. I'll move you guys out here. So here's an example. I still have trouble with this one, guys. So this one might take you a little longer than the 2 weeks, but it will benefit you in the end. As you can see, our table here is full of stuff, and some of it's hers and some of it's mine, but it is, no matter what, full of stuff, and actually the majority of it is mine. And the reason being is because I brought it down here and didn't bring it back up to my room. And I find that oftentimes another problem that happens with that is the fact that you have just too much stuff. And when you have too much stuff, you tend not to have spots for the stuff, and then you run into this problem. So I'm going to propose to you an idea that worked for me, and that is, I like shoes. I know it sounds weird, but I have a thing with shoes, and I like to get multiple different pairs and stuff like that. And I don't know, it's just one of my things. It's one of my splurge items. Some guys buy knives and guns, and I generally always am just looking at shoes because there's so many different kinds, and they're a little bit less expensive than some knives and guns. So that's kind of the reason why. And, you know, they match your outfit. Of course, I say this as I'm wearing brown pants and a plain colored shirt, but I do have some outfits that I like to dress myself up for, but you guys will just have to wait and find out when on earth I wear those, because it's not very often. Yes. Back to the point. I'm sorry. Basically, I had this thing with shoes where, you know, I just like shoes, and I would always be looking to get new ones, and it happened to accumulate over time to the point where I had a lot, and I wasn't able to get rid of any of them because, you know, oh, I wear these shoes that one time a year with that outfit, so I need to keep these, you know, that kind of I need to. No one else can have it, only me, right? Well, I realized that I couldn't opt to give them up to the garbage can because they're perfectly good shoes, and that's what was stopping me, is the fact that I don't want to throw away something that is so useful, and that, you know, I mean, people in the world still don't have shoes in some small parts, and so for me to have them and throw them in the garbage is a waste. And yep, you guys just thought it. You said, well, why don't you just give them up to Goodwill? And you guys thought the same exact thing that now you guys are going to be forced to do. And the fact is, if you have too much stuff, you've really got to go through and say, well, what do I actually wear? What pants actually fit me? What shirts don't fit me anymore? And what can I do with them? I don't want to throw them out because it, you know, the shirt doesn't have any holes, doesn't have any seams, it's still a beautiful shirt, and you know, there's a memory attached to it, or, you know, whatever sentimental reason you're going to make up for yourself about it. But what I suggest to you is go for yourself and decide, you know, what's really worth you keeping, what's really not worth you keeping. And if it's hard for you to actually throw it out, you know, obviously some stuff you can throw out because it's not going to necessarily mean anything to you. But if it does mean something to you, but you never use it, you realize that now is a good time to throw it out. Or if it, you know, is still usable, but it's a shirt that's a little too tight on you and you don't like it, what you need to do is you need to bring it to charity, bring it to a Goodwill. I find that Goodwill is one of the best places to bring that stuff. And the reason being is you won't feel bad to give it up because you're doing it for a good cause, and you walk away from it feeling even better about it because instead of you just holding on to it for no apparent reason, you actually get to give it up for somebody that could actually, you know, for some person that doesn't have a pair of shoes or needs a new pair but can't necessarily afford a really nice expensive pair. You are helping them out, and it minuses from the feelings of I need this, like I need to keep it now, it's mine, only mine, that kind of feeling. So that's going to be part 2. So go through your closet, And sorry, my computer goes black and I can't stand to talk to you with a black screen. Go through your closet, figure out what you want and what you're going to keep and what you're not going to keep. And be strict to yourself, you know. Don't make up any excuses. I found myself making up excuses. Well, you know, I'll still keep this one because of this. And as soon as you do that, you start to make up more excuses. You'll find yourself. And this one is kind of means something, and you're relapsing on your hoarding addiction of stuff you really don't need. So be strict to yourself and get rid of a lot of stuff, because at that point it's going to make everything come easier, because instead of you hauling around a constant junk pile because you don't have any place to put most of your stuff, you're going to realize that stuff's going to find its spot, and that no longer do you need to haul it around, because it's going to sit on the shelf, and then you're going to realize you're going to forget about it, and then at that point you're going to be like, hey, why don't I donate this, because that worked well when I did it last time, and it makes lots of good room. So, I mean, really, what do you have to lose is the question. So as you can see, all the clothes, actually the majority of this is jackets and socks. But this is what a relapse looks like. No, not really. This one looks like when your girlfriend likes to borrow your jacket every time she goes out. And then you have to scrounge through all your jackets to find a jacket. And that's one thing that I still have to do, is get rid of all these jackets, because they have 3 winter jackets and then like some lighter ones. But the fact of the matter is, for that, I gotta find which ones I need to give up and pack away, because they're all really nice. I might actually give maybe some of them to a family or stuff like that. But really, guys, this is really just a simple concept of throwing stuff out, because when you throw stuff out, it's going to make new room for new things, and you're going to be glad that you did it. So I thank you all for watching. This is part 2. So I'm giving you guys another 3 weeks, and then you got to do this. So, or 3 weeks of this, and then watch the next video. So stay tuned.